Aloha kako. What is up, everyone? What's going on? What's happening? Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, if this is the first time you are stopping by, tuning on in, I mahalo you for being here and just joining me as I hold space. We're diving into truth seeking, opening up the portals within us to really cleanse out what doesn't serve us, what holds us back, what burdens or heavies our minds, bodies, and spirits. So this is sort of my meditative space, if you will. So e komo mai, join me as I connect, really delve within the center of self, within my na'o, and align with divine. I'm being called to really flow, is all I'm hearing. Like the wisps of the incense smoke, to really heal. Heal with rhythm, heal with dance, heal with music, heal with art, heal with poetry. And I'm feeling like the reason for that is we've been burned. Like when we light a candle wick or we light an incense, cone, stick, or whatever. I feel like when we do that, that's the fire. That's lighting our asses up. But the smoke is the transformation, that burned self that we've experienced from the circumstances, situations, the life that we've led thus far. There will be times where our truest testament or our true test of self and soul is sparked, ignited, lit. But we have to learn to transform into a more beneficial energy, a healing energy for self and for those around you. We vibrate into the universe. So I'm feeling called to just be in my center knowing, in my peace of mind, the storm that is I, the fire that is I. Look into your guys' natal charts. I'm really learning my own still. Obviously, you want to tune into intuition to know thyself, but sometimes these are tools to look and see where the things that resonate with you, how those affect your life, you, who you are. Okay, kalamai, I was actually just briefly interrupted. There's a lady that's walking around with her team promoting her campaign ideas, agendas, intentions for being on county council. So I usually don't try to answer the door because I'm always a hot mess at home, and that's why another reason I don't really want to be on camera face up, because I've just been in a funk like of I'm not wearing makeup many days, all days, let's be real. Hair is always a mess. Like maybe I'd be looking rough to some people, I don't know, but like, hey, I've been feeling rough. I've been going through these waves. But something just told me, aloha, love. That's the energy that we are bringing into this space and welcoming inward. Regardless of who those people are, just being neighborly, being kind. Like, I know that's a lesson I have to work on, but when you're led by spirit, those moments that to some people are insignificant throughout the day. Why are you making a big deal over such a little interaction? But it's because a lot of people, when they see somebody at their door, they tend to get kind of like, oh my God, what are you bothering me for? What you like? What you want? But sometimes we have to understand that lessons, moments in our day that really truly can teach us something, we have to be open to those. Even when you're in a period of rest and introspection and you really just don't want anyone intruding upon your space, because that's what we're doing here, is holding this space. So you really don't want too much distractions. But sometimes it's good to have those distractions and interactions in your life, whether they turn into storms or they're just small winds blowing through. Like the incense of transformation. I mean, you can take one simple moment like that and just open up self to so much more, I guess is my point. But I don't know if someone needs to hear that who has been a little bit in some of my personal readings that I've done the past couple of days, I have seen that Hermit card come up, and in the reverse it's like, don't remain stuck in your energy. That is about release, freedom of self, of truth. So I don't know, let's just tune into the cards, as I can ramble and make one little tiny thing into such a big fucking long ass lecture. So that is what I do. All right, so we're getting manifest and pause. Pause, that's what we're doing, is taking this break, like when you press pause on the TV. When you press pause on the TV and you get up because you need a bathroom break or snack break or whatever's, right? In life, you need to replenish, get some refreshments. And then we gotta push through when we come back from our rest period. We gotta make sure we press play and push through. Oh my gosh. Oh. Resistance. Resistance. Understanding why you resist what you have to do is a crucial part of the creative process. If you're not doing that, then it's like you're trying to press play. You're trying to push through, but it's not going anywhere because you're not evaluating the root of why you're scared to move forward. Why you're scared to allow aloha to be given and aloha to be shared. Because when you think aloha, you think of the rainbows, the smiles, the love that is given and received. But through the storms we've been riding out, through the hellfire, the spark, that lightning, that storm, whatever we have been going through, this is the moment of rest and realizing that once we press play, we cannot be in resistance to the forward movement of how life plays out, how the rest of the movie goes. Pressing play, moving forward, imua. Leads us to a successful ending, a successful movie, a successful story of self. So I'm hearing whatever you was going through, and I'm seeing a lot of home-based energy, hermit. But there's a fine line between that introspective journey that really heals and soothes and shifts and changes for the better because you are in tune with where you need to go, where you're guided to go, and the self-sabotage that can occur when you're left feeling like you're lost in the dark and there's no one here to guide you. They're there, but you're letting fear cripple you and take over and make you feel like there's no way forward, there's nowhere out. But there's a door right there, there's a window, you know, there's all your resources to escape this room, this darkness that you may be holding for yourself as you go in and be, you know, secluded. You're secluding yourself. But the out is right in front of you. You're just letting fear of the dark dictate your senses of self and soul. You're not letting yourself calm down from the anxiety, from the pressure, from the stress. To take a deep breath, calm down, and be able to see clearly the vision that is given. So I could be speaking to someone in particular that is very spiritual, very connected, but who is feeling like a fallen angel, perhaps. But we're here to say your manifestation is coming, but now is the rest period that once you decide to push forward, don't feel inadequate. Forget how to quit. You push on, no matter how things look, is what this card channels. But remember, don't be resistant to the forward flow, because that is where you will find success. Let's turn this deck around. Continual flow, divine of truth to be seen and shared. Mahalo and clarity. Ooh. Ooh. What's that about? And just let spirits talk. You see how these fell together? Confidence, capable. This fell over here and was covered. And then this pile, separate. Fear, overwhelm. So I'm seeing this as, this is what you need to pick up and flip around and see for yourself. Know and feel this affirmation beyond a doubt. I am all that I need to get what I want. To get what I want. To manifest my reality into something other than maybe what hasn't been favorable lately. You are beyond capable of accomplishing, of achieving this success. However, some of you are scared to death and you're in this dark room like, where the fuck do I go? How come I can't find the light switch? I'm scared shitless that something's gonna come and snatch this roof right off or from above my head, this floor from beneath my feet, and these walls from around me, and there won't be any security. No more success. Well, there won't be if you hold on to this too tightly and let it overcome you. If you let this situation, this circumstance, overwhelm you to a point of losing it all. It's like the big bad wolf I'm hearing, huffing and puffing and blowing your shit down, and you're the little pig, scared shitless. Maybe next time you'll learn how to build that house of brick or stone or steel, solid. As of now, we got some who are hopeful and remain seeing that hurdle in front of them, but approaching it with confidence and capability to get over it, to get through it, to succeed. But remember, this was face down, so it's like a lot of us have to pick this shit up off the floor. And don't be overwhelmed by fear. Don't be overcome. Which one are you going to pick? Because this fell separate. Ooh. It wasn't meant. Damn. Alright, so this is falling under this resistance. So I'm seeing like right now we're at this stage. We're kind of getting our rest or as much as we can, but we're like teetering between pressing push or pressing play on that remote, trying to start the movie again now that you got a little bit of a pause, a little bit of a break in your energy, a little boost, a little sugar rush or whatever. I prefer something a little bit more life fulfilling and vital, but you know, whatever. It's just a pause. It ain't a stop. We're the life that we're leading, I'm feeling like a lot of things have to keep going. We got to keep pushing forward. So right now, this stuff falling under here, we're on this bridge. We're pressing play, but it's not quite, how come it's not, where do I need to be? This is a big question. Where do I need to be? Resistance. You need to flip this resistance around and learn from the things that you're allowing to come through and overwhelm you, with the idea of like how you're even going to handle, like if you start playing, how are you going to handle the success possibly? You're teetering between having the confidence and capability to harvest this manifestation, this success that is rightfully yours. We started off with manifestation. What are you manifesting? Success. But right now you're like in this energy ready to leap, but then just you're having a little bit of anxiety and fear. What's more appealing? Staring these overwhelming fears right in the eyes, or being curious that if you had another choice, would you take it? And when you flip this shit over, it says you're capable and confident. You can deal successfully with whatever challenges and circumstances arise. I mean, this shit look better than this, right? But jumping back, the reason why we're resistant, Spirit is saying, we're not nurturing ourselves. All right, so I got briefly interrupted, which is fine, but if I'm switching or I'm taking a minute to tune in again, forgive me. All right, so the resistance to move forward in a successful manner is because we're not nurturing ourselves. I'm hearing food. What are you eating? What's on your plate? Are you getting enough life in your diet? Or are you just consuming things that are just toxic and processed, that isn't of nature? Because that's causing a lot of limits in your health, in your movement of mind, body, and soul. It's causing blockage in your vision, in your third eye, intuitive vision. But I'll tell you one thing that's turned around. It's the willpower that in order to move forward, in order for it to work, when you press play, when you push through, in order for you to flip around the faulty remote, your resistance to moving ahead in life and with your current situation, it's the willpower that you hold on to despite your resistance not working in your favor currently. This is the now. This is where you at. But you still got that willpower. So success is not off the table. What do they need to know? Encouraging words of love, light, truth. Hallelujah. Alright, so this one fell. You need to know in your time of reflection that your truth is meant to be shared, because you are a true divine muse to the eyes that are watching, the ears that are listening, the hearts that are receiving, the minds that are analyzing, the spirits that are reflecting as well. You are their muse, a positive, inspiring, and helpful muse to others' creativity. Your truth is meant to be shared. So reflect, share, because you are the muse, and that's what your willpower will gain. It's the key to your success. Your faith, confidence, capability over fear, that overwhelming, gripping, drained, burdened, burnt out, problematic feelings. I'd rather pick something, even if I couldn't see it in the beginning, even when it was flipped, I'd rather pick something else behind door number 2 than be staring fear in the face and accept it. We were born with this willpower to move forward and move on. All right, let's go with my cards for fun. So let's just clear this deck. A few blanks in here guaranteed, so if it comes out, we'll just channel something as is. I'm not accepting at the moment. Hallelujah. Just clearing a lot of space. And I leave this deck pretty much haphazard in just all kinds of ways, because life is like that, right? Life is dealing us a blank slate, a chance to move forward, move ahead in our willpower, in our success, as we reflect our story and share that story, because we are the muse, the one they watch. So what are they channeling into? Someone's tuning into your channel, ready with a blank notepad. I'm seeing college course. Someone's taking like classes to try to like get better, because you inspire, you're positive, I guess. All right, divine, what's going on with this blank slate? What is the forward flow? Truth to be revealed. Starting one at a time. Patience. Trust. Trusting the pilot. Trusting the one that divinely carries you through the clouds, through the storms, on this airplane, mokulele. As you're traveling and navigating your current situations and experiences, your problems, whatever is going on, that you're pushing through, battling your lack of vision, your mind's limitations, lack of nurturing of self. You're pushing through. You're gaining the willpower to step on the plane, allow it to take off, even when you're afraid it's going to crash, and really seeing from that higher perspective, airplane view, and trusting as it glides through life or through the clouds of life. Trusting that it's going to continue to carry you to your destination. And that even if it crashed, meaning your death or rebirth card, you're going to come back to the clouds in elevation, in transformation. Even when you're not physically here, you are ascended or reborn. But that's why there's death. That's why there is renewal, resurrection. Let's put that here, because I'm feeling like as you battle this confidence / fear, you need a little faith, a little bit more faith in the journey. Gaining faith. All right, any truth. Divine, yes, putting in the work. Puli kalima ilalo. Mahalo nui. Reminders. You put in the hard work. Like this Hawaiian olelo noyo, which means hands, turn your hands down. Huli kalima ilalo. So I channel that this is basically shadow work. Your dreams will remain as such. Your dreams of finally conquering, finally getting on that plane and taking off and conquering your fears, overcoming all that overwhelms you in fear and anxiety. Your dreams will remain as such every time you turn down the chance to turn them into reality, to do the shadow work, to do the root work, to put in the work. Because once you do that, you earn that warm coat of arms. You earn that divine protection and guidance. There's a plane. Anyway, so Yeah, we have to put in the work to earn this warm coat of arms, this security from divine, which gives us warmth and strength, protection from the elements being whatever the weather is, the day that you take off and you give trust and faith. You know, making sure you pack for the trip. Make sure you pack warm clothes. But remember, you got to do the packing. You got to put in the work. I come up with the weirdest fucking analogies, but I'm just literally letting spirit talk. So if it ain't your cup of tea, it ain't your cup of tea. But for the most part, it's just how I communicate when I'm holding this space. So I feel like, damn, a whole bunch of different elements and voices come through. But that's what it is, y'all. Definitely not to truth. Comes in many different tones. Ooh, ooh. Who be here? Look, somebody coming in the room. Dang, somebody be coming in this motherfucking room. Wow. Dang. You wanna know what the fuck this says? Damn. Who the fuck this be? Somebody with a negative ass coming up in here. Incompetence. So this card is, this person at the root of them feels a lot of low self-esteem. They're not believing in themselves currently. You know, they're feeling real low, real lazy, real resistant to change because it's too hard, because they don't want to put in the work. So this is the people that be resonating more with this overwhelm and fear card. Yeah. This is about acknowledging and being active to pull yourself out of this mindset. It can be done. That's my encouraging word to you. Don't let this settle. But you coming up in here with this motherfucking energy right now. Because you're watching. You're studying styles, moves, grace, finances, home. You're intrigued. You're mesmerized. Sorry if I'm making y'all dizzy with that. Whew. Okay. Getting back to your asses out there that have this incompetent watcher mentality. Voyeurs are creepy. This creepy bitch. This creepy motherfucker. You know, take accountability if that's you. Okay? You be studying. So that's what they're watching. So this person be watching your photos, your like online photos, your social media photos. However this resonates with you in the line of wherever your photos may be discovered. It could be even a photo album that they got, or like, because obviously if we're talking about anyone in an older age group, I couldn't even get that out. What the fuck? They don't want you to know how old they are watching your ass, because that'll be a big clue to who they are. We got that it was someone you know. This meaning this person, for you out there watching, this is someone that you're acquainted with, or that you know of, at least if you heard their name or saw their face. This is a friend in your inner circle, someone you would consider a friend, or a former friend, or even family. And then we got laughter, mocking laughter. So the mocking laughter side is talking about the fact that you may be subject of others' mockery, but remain resilient through it. Your joy protects you. So someone you know that's been watching, that's been looking, studying at your pictures, Spirit wants me to say 4 years, is here in this energy space, or is in your energy space, and they be laughing. They be motherfucking laughing at you. But secretly they're studying you. They're intrigued by you. By at least the you that they gather through the pictures that they've seen. Ooh, we got that heel right there. All right, so we got the first one I seen. Vibes and visions, baby. Trust your abilities and spiritual senses. So this is for the person who has this other person's energy around them, this incompetent watcher. So for you, who these people are focusing on, Divine wants you to know, trust your abilities and spiritual senses that are being elevated at the moment for you to see this, to peep this energy, this creepy, crawly energy. You ain't got the choice. Divine has gifted you with vibes and visions. We're going to put that over there where it belongs. And Spirit says, you are meant to cook with love. You can't help it, but your cooking is good. Your intentions are good, are pure, delicious, delectable, scrumptious. Whatever the fuck your vibes are, people are like, damn, that's good. Because you cook with love. What you cooking is what they be asking. Because they want to know your truth. And this is you living your truth. Manifesting. Really like being in the realms of law, of attraction. This is you actualizing, intending for better, for good. And they come around this table for that comfort food. And the spirits are around that table. You having a Sunday dinner. They're sending symbolism and synchronicity. There's multidimensional portal energies that are coming through, that are opening up in communication. And you've been observed for quite a while. Like there's a file growing on you. They see you. I'm really seeing this going into this pile. This person that's been watching, this person that's here with this incompetent energy around you. Like this is you and this is them. Or this could be you right now. I don't know. But these two cards right here, we got fresh scars. It's like they want to inflict fresh scars on you, on your spirit, on your space that you're holding where your ancestors be gathered around, watching and studying and enjoying the meal. The meal that you're cooking with love, the intent, the actualization, the soul food, the life that you speak. You know, much love goes into your actions because you're mindful of the intentions behind your emotions and thoughts. So people want to be around, spirits want to be around, but you over there with your jealous ass over there watching and shit, wanting to inflict fresh scars, cursing with your words. Oh, I call on my... Because life has dealt you many battle scars. And it's because they might be in a situation or a relationship or experiencing something that has cut them up. And now they're sitting in this space where they're looking at you, they're studying you, they're tuning into your vibes and visions and what you speak on and how you are, if you're a spiritual person. But what this card is really saying is that this is a time for them to, hey, if you're going to be watching, don't be laughing, don't be mocking. Absorb some of that truth, that healing. Nurture yourself and be patient with your learning process instead of projecting all of that onto someone else. Be patient with yourself. You know, because it's still fresh what you're going through. So you're like, well, I don't want it, so I'm just going to push it and press it onto other people or this particular person, you. But instead of doing that, like, this is where you're battling that overwhelming fear and that confidence. It's like faith over fear. You're kind of battling. You see other people succeeding, but you over here just kind of stagnant, resistant. So you don't want over here like really going through a blockage of your third eye, your vision, your intuition. You're not taking care of yourself, healing yourself. Your mind is limited. It's not open to expansion and truth. But hey, the card is here for you too. That willpower. It could be yours so you can transmute all this shit and turn it into what you're looking at, with what you're inspired by. And that's where this card comes in. So we got the your crutch. A crutch is something that you use when you break a leg or twist an ankle and you need that extra support, right? A lot of the times this comes in the form of habits, addictions, excuses, you know, a temporary fix for the issues that we are most likely in denial of or about, and that we're just not ready to face. We're not ready to really look at the wound, the fresh wound that's been created because of our situations or because of maybe, you know, a relationship that you're in. This is you and this is them, and this cannot coincide. So whatever scars have been created, it's time to fucking heal them. And that's what we had on the top of this deck, but it fell, and now we have cleanse. So in order to heal that wound, that scar, we got to get in there and cleanse it. Put that alcohol on it. Put that ointment, that vitamin E or whatever the case may be. We got to put the oils that heal and put them in those wounds to heal those fresh scars. And that's what we do when we're using crutches. We're learning how to heal. We got the assistance, but then we got to realize we can't go on forever leaning on a temporary fix, a drug, a fucking food, an activity, or whatever the case may be for you, that you know, whatever you run to in order to fix a temporary problem. Like, I don't want to deal with it, I don't want to look at it. It's time we get rid of that. We're in the process of healing our wounds. So the root of the issue is what we're looking at. We're taking the your side that I channeled, literally on the back says it's your inner dive into root issues that you've put off far too long. You can't depend on your crutches forever to heal you, to heal the brokenness. Hallelujah. What else we got? So, okay, that's for that person. Truth to be seen and spoken. Divine wants me to have all of that. I'm gonna just take it all as you throw it at me. So, dawn to dusk. I'm feeling like it needs to be right there, because you see like the two piles. The sunlight and then the night coming forth. This is between the dawn of day and the dusk of night, the birth of night. So this card is channeling that overall, regardless of the energy that you're holding right now, Divine is telling you that your unique light is needed in ways that you have yet to fathom. This is a period of transitions, just like the transition between night into day, or day into night, from dawn to dusk, dusk to dawn. This is a cycle. These are directions. These are things that control the seasons of your life, the seasons of your success. And what you harvest from that success is what you share, the story that is yours. Your history is a mystery. So, yes, dawn to dusk. Okay, let me combine these piles because they're getting a little out of hand. Look at this. And let's see what we got. So these came after these two, I think. So, yeah. We got this Opala card. This is about throwing away the shit that doesn't serve us. Literally scooping that shit, putting it, organizing it, and taking it out. Whatever didn't serve you on this side with the incompetence, and then you're over there watching other people and all that, that's coming from this. That's rooted in this overwhelming sense of fear to move forward, to push forward with willpower, to get over whatever obstacle, hurdle, situation that you're in. Whatever fear that you have of flying and being carried by Divine and trusting Divine to get you safely where you need in that life of success. Throwing away the shit that be stinking, literally. So whoever that person was, this is for you. And then the shit that you projected, the rubbish, the opala that you threw in your neighbor's yard, that other person that was just cooking, intending, manifesting with love. Hey, this whole time you was throwing rubbish at them, stinking up their yard with your trash, because you were coming with fear that, damn, I don't want their yard looking better than mine, so I'm gonna throw some shit over there so the other neighbors around them can complain. Whatever the fuck your intentions were to make that other person look bad, here's a chance to turn it around. Get rid of what's in you that doesn't need or serve a purpose for your growth, for keeping your home clean. So this is trash day. Keeping a clean house, getting rid of any trash energy that may be lingering within. Don't hoard or cling to negative or unproductive or unappealing or unhealthy energy, thoughts, or emotions. I channeled no space for stank ass attitude and things. And the trash that you was throwing in your neighbor's yard, that you were trying to get other people to believe was theirs, and that they're not clean and they're not righteous and whatnot. You know, you spreading these assumptions and false claims. Divine is the ultimate resource of judgment. He is the ultimate judge. And all of those false narratives and ego-driven speculations, assumptions, and all that shit, Divine knows that the person you was targeting and literally victimizing while playing the victim. For some of you, you was playing the victim. For others, you was just straight cutthroat with it, with whatever you was doing, shady. But Divine says this person ain't guilty, and they're not gonna be carrying the weight of guilt that's not meant for them to carry, because your judgment is false. And they'll be free with that verdict of not guilty. They'll be able to fly like a bird because they were meant to fly free. The caged life was not meant for them. And it's not meant for you. So take off the robe, take off the facade, take off, you know, your self-proclamation of having some position or some powerful court position. It's not yours. And maybe you'll learn to be free too. It's time to listen, but this was upside down, so I'm gonna flip it around for your ass, whoever you may be, for both the light and the dark, the day and the night, wherever you find yourself in. This is for us all to learn that listening means we are allowing ourselves to reach a center point within ourselves and align with Divine, to tune into natural frequencies, to meditate, basically sitting our asses down and listening and hanging on to every word that is spoken by Divine. Because that is what leads and guides and navigates us. That is what carries us through our current situations and experiences with a higher perspective, that airplane view. And even when the airplane is passing through the storms, we have to be grateful that it is allowing the lessons to be learned and renewal, healing, emotional, like more of an emotional balance flow to occur. This is our rebalance. The storms are necessary to re-energize Earth and rebalance our chakras. So it's okay. Even when we reach some turbulence in our lives, we got to trust Divine to carry us through the storms. Divine is telling us at this point, with this centered space, or with this alignment that we're feeling currently, it would be okay or safe to go to social gatherings, to integrate, to be more social, you know, to get out of your shell or your hermit mode. This is stepping into confidence of who you are within your home and out. Spirit telling us go means it's a time to connect with others in a healing social environment. Trust that divine keeps you protected even in unfamiliar or hectic social settings. As long as we have that bird eye view, as we refresh our courage and our self-confidence and our self-growth and evolution. That's what I see with Manu, bird, the bird. It's an air sign. It's like we're flying. We weren't meant to be in this cage. We ain't no flightless bird, I channeled. We was meant for higher heights. Divine heaven is home. That's where we belong. And so this is just divine saying it's okay to share, to exchange this energy. This is like that 3 of Cups, you know, network. Or at least open self up to receive reciprocation of the love that you give, of the cups that you pour into. All right, let's see what else we got here. All right, so this fell into my lap. Attention, attention. We got ambiance on one way. Ambiance wanted to sit on my natural spirit deck, so I feel like Spirit's telling me to really set the mood or to reach closure ambiance. I'll have to pull from that deck. But what fell into my lap for attention was that this seems like, again, we're talking about being watched. Someone is watching you. They're inspired by your persona because you're too good to be real. Like, it could be back to that person that's been projecting this whole time onto you. But this is just clarifying. I'm hearing clarifying that they really keep up with you more on YouTube. I don't know. I'm trying to read this, and honestly, like, I'm just not feeling what I channeled on here, which is really interesting. I've never felt that, so I'm just going to go with the flow on this one. I'm going to let that sit, and I'm going to put, I guess it was meant to be put right on push, because with the YouTube, there's even that whole play button. Like, when you get a certain amount, you get a play button. So I'm really feeling like someone is focusing in on you and focused on your analytics over your natural love of creative energy and the construction of content and just doing something because you enjoy it. You enjoy the space, the ambiance that you hold, and you're a natural and you're on the path of purpose. So someone is really like studying that about you, but they're inspired by your persona overall, and they're kind of like intrigued by the ambiance that you've set. So this ambiance card was on this card I channeled the song Turn Your Lights Down Low by Bob Marley. Or was this Bob Marley and the Wailers at the time? I gotta double check. But yeah, this is about taking the time to adjust the ambiance of soul. So maybe that is exactly why they're tuned in, channeled into you. Either literally through your YouTube or just channeled in to your vibe, wanting to be around you, wanting to see you through those photos. Remember, we got the photos card. Yeah, making close observations of you and feeling like they know you because you're a true subject or muse in the center of their lens or their eye. So yeah, this ambiance energy, they're attracted to the fact that you really are holding space for truth to reveal itself. You have divine space within your home that is allowing for healing to take place. The divine wants you to realize when you deserve peace of mind, when it's time to restore, renew, revive your energy, because your spirit can get exhausted. Don't party too hard and all night long. You can go and you can, really have the confidence to be in healthy social environments, but it's looking like, don't forget when to restore. Pause. All right, I'm feeling like, oh, what did we say? Ambiance fell on the native spirit. So I'm just going to go ahead and close it out. All right, so let's see what divine has to tell us about the ambiance that we're creating that is being watched. Wow. We got shapeshifter and warrior of the heart. Blue. Look at that blue tone. For some reason, I want to say Cancer. Cancer is coming out. That's emotional energy, water energy. But let's just read this from the book. All right, so I had to go find my book. It was kind of a scavenger hunt. I could do this obviously intuitive, but I'm feeling compelled to read from the book because this could be the energy of the person that's been really studying your ambiance, your vibe, right? Tuned into your channel. But this is also you, like you both. I feel like the reason there's a draw is because there's a bridge, drawbridge. Literally, that's what I'm hearing. A drawbridge between the two of you. So this could be a partnership, someone that you're in a relationship, or like I said, this person, we got someone you know. So this could be family, an acquaintance, or someone that you know of, a friend or a former friend. So I'm feeling like this drawbridge is between the two of you. This represents one and the other. Or it could be the energy that both of you are carrying currently. So let's do the shapeshifter fell out first. All right, so with shapeshifter, it's a lot of broody. This is definitely that night energy, like how we got dawn to dusk, dusk to dawn card. It's definitely that night energy. On a full mood, like full emotions, full mood. So this card is talking about you can be anything you desire. Let go of attachment to your identity. See the world around you with new eyes. So get out of this funky energy. Because Divine wants to tell you, you gotta let go. Remember that Opala? Instead of throwing it into your neighbor's yard and onto the happier people and making, assumptions or promoting false claims about them or whatever the fuck shady, stupid shit you might be doing, intentionally and unintentionally, but take accountability, either one. It's time to let go. See the world around you with new eyes. Be malleable. Experiment with different ways of viewing reality. Remember, we got the airplane view. Yeah, let go of the fear that's keeping you back and keeping you in your stagnant energy that's just watching and mocking other people, and get on that motherfucking plane that you've been scared to get on. Be that fucking bird, that manu, kamanu. And learn how to fly. Learn how to get out of that imprisonment, that mental slavery, that mental penitentiary. Shape shift, transform, transition. If you haven't been able to manifest your dreams, maybe you need to shift the way you see the person or situation, the way you see the person you've been mocking, that you've been wanting to project your pain onto with fresh scars. We got all of that. Your shit was exposed. The scars, the watching, channeling, tuning into the person that you're like secretly wanting to inflict. Hey, my pain is your pain. That's that drawbridge. Maybe that's how you feel. Maybe there is a connection somehow. If it's not a relationship with someone, maybe there's someone that this person may be unaware of. Yeah, this person with the warrior of heart energy that's been dealing with your bullshit. Let's see. So the warrior of heart. Let's see if I can do it without a glare. There we go. Okay, so the warrior of heart. This card means that you have the radiant spirit of a warrior of the light. Be impeccable in all of your actions. No matter what others believe, the creator always knows the truth. This isn't the time to be timid and pull back. Remember, we did our pause. We took our nap. Literally. We took our nap. Got our rest, pushed through, and we made our decisions between faith or fear. Some of us have chosen faith. Others of us are projecting that fear and being overwhelmed, and they're projecting it onto these warriors of heart, the ones that are here to heal the trauma, the Three of Swords wounds. It says, this isn't the time to be timid and pull back. Immense courage is filling you. Throw your shoulders back, step forward, and take a risk. Be willing to live life from your heart rather than your mind. Honor your truth and speak up for yourself. And this is an accomplishment that both of these people can make. And I say it in this way because I feel like this was resonating a little bit more with the person that has the scars and wants to project them onto the person who's here to heal that heart, to really know, to stand in their truth and move forward, like it said. But the drawbridge, the connection, is that you have the power to transition into this. This person that you've been throwing your rubbish on, projecting your insecurities onto, having issues with, secretly or publicly, I'm hearing. These photos could be private or they could be public. But olive branch, extend that offer of healing, because it goes both ways. It's not a one-way bridge. Oh, and that's what I wanted to mention, and look how beautiful that ties into it. When I was looking for this book, I found it in its box. But when I turned the box over to get this out, one of my creativity cards came out. And this is the one that I guess was hidden in the native spirit box. And it was communication. So this is that bridge between the two energies right now that are resonating with this message. This is the bridge of communication, the clarity, the interactivity, and the timing of communications. That's a critical point to the healing process. Being the healer and being healed. Whichever side, remember, dawn to dusk, dusk to dawn. Whichever side of the bridge you're on, just know that pushing forward into success having the willpower to cross that bridge of communication is very critical to this healing process. The healing and the cleansing cards that popped up on the top of the deck earlier. So yeah, I feel like this took up a lot of time, but I'm really grateful for this message to have come through, and I trust that it will be received by those that are meant to hear it and meant to be tuned into this frequency at the moment. So I appreciate you. Mahalo for joining me, and I will see you in my next video. With love, light, and always aloha. Have a beautiful, blessed, sacred, healed, abundant, guided, and protected day. Ahui ho.